Hey guys, it's Vince. Today in this video I am covering my Black Friday sales, and many of you already know every year I try to do a Black Friday sale because, like many of you, I look forward to going shopping on Black Friday, especially things that I'm actually going to use and hopefully make money with. That being said, I'm going to start from one end, cover exactly what we're doing here. We've got our UC400 turnkey system. Now again, this is dismantled so you guys can see exactly what we've got here. We've got the enclosure for it. The hardware will be included. You got your LPH26 ribbon cable, so that will connect to any DB25 parallel port breakout board. And of course, you've got the power supply for the unit, along with a double shielded gold-plated Cat7 cable. So this is a full turnkey system, and again, the unit will be assembled upon delivery, and basically you just install this and naturally convert your system over to Ethernet, which again is the most stable platform for your signal as far as what we're sending with your CNC. The next sale we're running is on my pre-built double shielded 18 gauge motor cables. Now, these cables are using a 5-pin connector, and they're 5-pin female connectors, and I get questioned on that a lot. Why are they female? Here is a pre-assembled GX16 5-pin, and the 5th pin is allocated to the shield drain, and that's why we have a green lead here. These are silicone leads, pre-wired, soldered, and of course they have the heat shrink already installed. This once again cuts down your assembly dramatically on your system. And of course they are including the male 5-pin butt connector, and this end will go on your motor, and then your motor plugs into one end of the cable naturally, and the other end would be on your GX16 panel mount connector, which once again gets plugged in on the other, and that is why we have female connectors on both ends. Now these are 26-foot long cables, so once again, everything with this is essentially done. The only thing you would have to do, of course, is mount your panel mount connector and install your butt connector on your motor, and that completes your motor cables as far as dealing with double shielded cables. Moving on. This is a component I get asked about, and it's weird because sometimes I get a lot of questions, sometimes I don't. The NEMA 23 to NEMA 34 motor adapters. So essentially how these work, and you can see these are really, I think they came out beautiful. I mean, the red anodized really makes things nice. Your NEMA 23 is actually going to mount right here on the inner pattern, and the NEMA 34 will mount on the outer perimeter. So basically what happens is the centering circle goes around a NEMA 34, and this allows you to take your chassis to a whole new level of torque by going away from NEMA 23 and mounting NEMA 34 motors to it. So you can see how these are. We have them all paper wrapped, everything here to keep them nice and beautiful. But these, once again, they're a big hit with guys that are stuck or feel stuck using NEMA 23 and really want to step up their torque. EMI filters. I've got my DB25 along with my DB9 EMI filter package. Now typically they come in 4 as far as the DB9s, and then they come with a single DB25 EMI filter. So again, if you want the easiest way to filter your connections for encoders or for a G540 to DB9, EMI filters are the easiest way to go. Now, of course, these are not a substitute at all for double shielded cable. You're just going to filter signals when they're coming into the device. So keep that in mind. It's a very short perimeter distance that these are optimized for filtering. Coming over here is our 10-foot DS Flexion spindle cable, and these will come bundled with the HY large connector. Now, I have a lot of guys that want to assemble these kits, and these kits are fully stocked as far as if you want to do it yourself, you'll have all the components. You're coming with the ring connectors and everything is...
Yep. Yeah, and we're doing any length, not just 10 foot.
Yeah, 10 foot is just a base length. This is typically what I get requested for most of the time. The thing to keep in mind is always add additional feet. I would say no less than 2 feet, because you're going to have any type of bends is going to eat up the distance on the cable very quickly. When I say the distance, I mean the length, so keep that in mind. And again, this works for both standard and our DS Flex. Now, DS Flex, 10 million flex cycle rating because this cable is ultra flex. So if you're running a cable chain, this is the cable you're going to want. If you're going to go exterior mounted without a cable chain, you're fine using the standard. Coming over here is our 16.3. This is for our VFD power cable. And again, a lot of guys ask about this. Should my VFD utilize double shielded cable for the power cable coming from the wall outlet powering the VFD? And the answer is yes. Yes. We do not want to have any cable act as an antenna, And that's what will happen if you have one cable shielded and one not. You have that potential. So keep that in mind. When we say double shielded should be used throughout, that means every component that can be affected by EMI noise should be using a double shielded cable. And once again, these are going on sale as well because they're a secondary cable that I get asked about a lot. Coming over here is for the guys that want to build their own motor cables. I get that question a lot. What cable do I recommend? This is the 18 gauge, and again, this is the UltraFlex DS Flex, and this is our 18 gauge DIY motor cable package, meaning you would assemble this based on these connectors. Once again, you're going to mimic exactly what we did here with the pre-built cable. You can see the connectors installed. So you've got your female connectors there, and then of course, you've got your two female connectors here. You've got your panel mount. You'll be soldering that. That's a 5-pin. Once again, the extra pin is allocated to shield drain, and then your buck connector, which will get installed once again on your motor, and that is a male connector. So keep this in mind, guys. These packages are much cheaper because, again, the labor is, you're going to do it. So as you do the labor, everything goes down in price. I get a lot of questions about, how do I save money? Where do you recommend me to save money? If you have time and you don't have money, this is your best friend. That being said, be logical though. Don't paint yourself in a corner where you've never worked with this type of cable and think it's going to be easy, because it necessarily may not be. There's going to be a learning curve involved. This is not like working with regular cable where, again, you're dealing with two shields. You're dealing with a shield drain. You're dealing with the fibrous guards inside there for the UltraFlex. So keep that in mind. It's going to have a little more work, but in the end, it will save you money. Another cable that a lot of people ask me about because they're uncertain of what it's actually designed for is my CNC communication breakout cable. It's a double shielded cable. It's got a metal housing on it, and this is a parallel port cable. And then it breaks out into pin numbers that you can see right here have for rules already installed. Now this is double shielded, and the idea of this, I get guys all the time asking me about Masso. If you guys are running a Masso and you want to run G540, which would be the easiest way to go, or an SMCU integrated drive, this is going to be a cable that would allow you to plug it into the G540 and break out that G540's connection to individual pins. And it does have an allocated shield drain. So the beauty of this cable is you can use a integrated drive and break out all the individual pin numbers for connection to your mass or whatever terminal block you're working with. If it's a general breakout board or a controller, awesome, really easy way to do it. So that was the idea behind that design. Now coming over here, for my guys with G540s, my DB9 pre-built 20 gauge double shielded motor cables, these right here are a gold standard as far as I'm concerned. It just, you guarantees to take away any guesswork from your system. They're pre-built. One other application that a lot of guys don't think about is your encoders. If you guys need encoder cables, these are DB9 cables and they're double shielded. They're the best way to go. They have two uses. So keep that in mind. If you're building a system and you want to run DB9 connectors, you can definitely use the G540 motor cables. If your system is using a closed loop stepper and it's running encoders, you can use the DB9 cables for your encoders as well. Because most motors that have encoders, they usually have a couple inch pigtail. And that's not going to be enough. If you need an extension, these right here are 13 feet. Oh, these are 10. These are 10. So these are the 10. I actually have 20 foot coming because these I go through like water. And for that general purpose, most guys now, if you need an encoder cable, you're going to want a good one, and double shielded is the only way to go. Your encoders are very, very sensitive, just like a 540 is with signal reception going to its motors. You can see what we've got here, guys. We have got quite a bit. If there is something you're looking for or you want to add this to a specific package, message me. I will certainly do the best I can. I hope all of you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope all of you gave many thanks because I know we all have a lot to be thankful for. And once again, I hope you enjoy the holiday season, and I once again thank you all for your support. Take care.